Here's the one that matters.
We're about to go live. Episode 17, coming to you from the Bobcat Lounge, Podcast Mayhem. What's going on, Soft Taco?
Welcome to my parents' taco shack.
And my office.
And our guest, K-Pop Kiefer. He's confused and is wearing a Seahawks hat. I'm not sure why.
Wrapped presents.
He lived in Seattle during their playoff run, so now he's a huge fan.
The bandwagon was open, so I jumped on when I had the chance.
It's okay. I've been gentle to Donnie this year in attempts to sway him more towards our side, but it doesn't work.
Thanks for having me on, boys. First time listener, first time caller.
Thanks for coming
Glad
on.
to be here.
Welcome to the podcast.
Well,
it's good to be here.
You ready for some questions?
Yeah, usually we open up with some questions.
Which you'd know if you had watched, but here we go. All right, number one. Do aliens exist?
1,000%.
1,000%.
Next.
How much do they
They exist in the capacity they're ashamed to be here. They're like stuck here.
Okay.
There's so much evidence that they're here, right?
Okay.
That the whole Area 51 thing, first off, that entire thing was a ruse to get everybody all shaken up. Like, you're telling me that nobody popped off sideways and decided to actually go rogue on that thing, and it was completely not a bloodbath? Nah, I don't buy it. I don't buy it for a second. You may have better luck selling me that Epstein killed himself.
So he feels strongly
Okay.
about the aliens.
What is this is a softer one. What's your cure for hiccups?
Do you want a real answer for that? Because I think you got a pretty good one, like, for real.
What's your cure?
So, like, what are hiccups, right? Hiccups are nothing more than a spasm of your diaphragm. So you got to, like, freak your diaphragm out. And so the best way I found to do that, take a big old deep breath, put your arms above your head, and, like, stretch your back over something that really stretches out your diaphragm and comes back. And for some reason, that, like, shock to it gets you the cure to hiccups. Works every time. Like 60% of the time, works every time. But
mine's much easier. It's a spoonful of peanut butter.
I feel like if that goes sideways, that's going to hurt a lot.
I mean, it's
If
tasty
the spoon
and
goes
delicious.
in sideways, it probably would hurt a lot.
Well,
This is true.
like, peanut butter's thick, right? Like, with 2 C's. And so when you take a big old scoop of that and you put it in, like, you go to, like, take it down your gullet, what if you, like, hiccup, like, right when it goes down, like get lodged? And unless, are you into creamy peanut butter? Because there's 2 parts of that. One, I'm sorry, but we need to talk.
No.
Okay, good. Because, if you have a proper peanut butter, which is in fact crunchy, it might get stuck down there. And the kernels, the peanut kernels might align just correctly to make a barrier.
See,
like a beaver dam.
I also prefer crunchy, but I also wish there was maybe like a step between smooth and crunchy sometimes.
Like a soft crunchy that kind of they put them in a steam bath for a few minutes, just enough to soften them.
Yeah, like some boiled peanuts or something.
Some boiled peanuts.
There you go.
It's like an Oreo when you leave it in the milk just the right amount of time.
It's a southern delicacy right there.
Man, you're asking the hard-hitting questions tonight.
Next question. Can you do any impressions?
No.
All right, next question.
Next question. What was your draft strategy? Some would say that you just were going to draft my team.
I'm not sure where you got that idea. I drafted one person's team, and that was Donnie's last year. Because he was sitting there with a little notepad between his legs. I think he was all slick with his whole wide receiver set. He had a page for each position, his top to the bottom, rank, numbered, everything.
Yeah.
So he's sitting there, legs crossed, arms crossed, as draped in between, like, where his bag would hang. And so naturally, just looking over, I see it just dangling down at the bottom. I take my phone over and snap me a little pick or two. So now I got Donnie's list. I just drafted off that. It's pretty fucking easy, to be honest with you. But this time around, I took the old Yahoo app, and I just found whichever ones had the higher number of the one before it. And if it was still available, I hit, pick. Oh, no, sorry. Truth be told, there was one player I didn't do that for, and that was when Donnie said, I bet you Kiefer's going to draft Kittle. So I did. I had zero,
that
absolutely goose egg intention of drafting Kittle until you said something about it. And had he not gone and gotten fucking Tanya Harding, I'd be all right right now.
You'd be all right. All right. Next question.
He's
upset
hot.
about it, though.
He's hot
What
about
are you
the George Kittle.
embarrassed to like?
What's that?
What are you embarrassed to like? Like,
I'm
what's something
embarrassed
that
to
you're
like.
into that you don't want? That's like your shadow. Like that you don't tell people. It's like closeted.
You're getting real deep on these.
Like, do you play with Legos that like pink Legos that people don't want to know about? Do you have Lincoln Logs that you want to talk about? What's going on?
So I have a toddler, or two of them technically, and
Do you
so
enjoy tea parties?
listen, no self-respecting grown-ass man has offered a cup of tea from a 2-year-old girl and says no, thank you, ma'am. Right? It's like when a toddler hands you a phone, you best believe you're gonna answer it. Doesn't matter if it's yours or not. Embarrassed to like.
Like, do you Dungeons and Dragons? Do you play Magic still?
I don't, and I mean, I guess you could like. It's not for lack of not wanting to. If somebody offered to let me play Magic: The Gathering with them, I would probably say yes. I thought about getting into it at one point, but then I realized that was actually an investment that was absurd for a game. Same with Dungeons and Dragons. I would have no quarrel with playing around Dungeons and Dragons. I think it's actually kind of neat.
I'm slightly embarrassed that I still play with Star Wars figures as recently as like 2 weeks ago.
I don't know.
Have you not seen the playoff?
Kiefer,
the hype video?
let me tell you that Kiefer watches nothing that we do or post anywhere, Pete. So don't ask him.
There was a rivalry video where you were Chewbacca and you got blown
That's
up.
about to change. Because the hustle slowed down, so now I have time to kick back and enjoy things.
Okay, we're gonna conclude with these. What was the last dumb thing you Googled?
Ooh. I don't remember what it was though. It was Futa, Futa, which is chick dick porn.
Oh God.
And the reason being is because I was on Steam just browsing through the Christmas sale, and what popped up in the Christmas sale was a chick with a dick, like porn, like a full-blown pornographic video game, not like suggestive, but it was like full-blown porn. And it was like
PG-13 rating.
No, full-blown, full X rating. Like there was like things getting put in things on the page for the game that you don't even click into it. You scroll past it, right? So just like boom, whoa, what was that? And out of curiosity, I clicked on it, obviously. So I get into this page with this weird hentai porn video game, and showed all this pornographic images. Well, I was reading the description, and because it said overwhelmingly positive in the review, I was like, what the fuck is going on? So I scrolled down to the reviews, and somebody in the review had posted in capital letters, Futa, 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 exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. And so me being the cultured individual that I am, still don't know what Futa is. And so I was like, well, let's Google Futa. It's some federal organization for like the treatment of animals, but also it's like a porn term for chicks with dicks, but not like trannies, like just a chick with like a real dick, but all chick. It's like 98% chick,
Well,
2%.
Okay, that's you're good.
How many times can we say chicks with dicks on this episode?
I'm glad the Hot Wings episode is over. All right.
I hope your parents go back and
on?
watch this episode, Pete.
I hope not. They might be watching it right now. As we speak.
Poor choice.
What do you plan on doing with all your $106 of fab now that the season's over?
I still don't know how to use it, so I'm just hoping it rolls
Is that
over.
the truth that you don't know how to use it?
100%, not even a little bit. Don't even know how to check my balance.
I feel like at the next draft party,
They are watching.
you need to give
watching.
Kiefer a quick crash course on how to fantasy football, and then also trade me Kittle too. That's two things that need to happen.
All right. So every season you're going to get 100 fab, and you're going to be able to only spend it during that season on players. So instead of having like a waiver wire, you can bid on people. But if you don't bid on people, then it goes to like a waiver wire system where you lose every time because the rest of us are bidding money. And so that's why you're not getting people. But you also have to get online and bid on people, which you didn't really do.
Well, I'm not. So I wasn't not getting people because like I wasn't bidding. I wasn't not getting people because there was nobody available. So
it was a tough year.
I'm not going to pretend I know how
still
to
have
like fully use that app.
$106 of fab. That
is that just Monopoly money, or was there like conversion to dollars?
No,
that
it's
I'm gonna receive in
Monopoly.
a check?
It's Monopoly.
It's gone.
Oh, Could have just said that.
I'll send
Doesn't
you
load.
Like, I'm 1,000 V-bucks or whatever they're called.
one fab dollar is 1/100th of a cent. If you really want some money back, I'll send you
I want you.
one
I want
cent.
you to spend the postage to send me a penny.
We'd like you to take it to Coinstar.
Yeah,
Thanks,
I
Coinstar.
deposit 1 penny.
We'll
All
take this
right.
from you. Here's your fee.
Well,
They take like 17% or something weird like that.
no.
Use a
So,
Coinstar anyway.
fun fact: Coinstar will not take any money from you if you just turn it into a gift card. So, and they have gift cards for everything. Thanks, Coinstar.
Sure. If your financial structure revolves around gift cards, I mean that's a pretty big bang for your buck.
It just makes sense.
It does. It just makes sense. That concludes the welcome questions. Thanks for coming on, Kiefer, and answering those questions. Those were the most. Those were the most intense question answers that we've gotten. So thank you.
Well,
appreciate
I was looking for the note
And
page you were supposed to send me, Donnie, and didn't. So
well, I mean,
felt prepared.
this is low money production. So
This feels like the draft party.
Oh no, we can't talk about that. What happened at the draft party?
Okay.
All right, so that
Except that
concludes.
meat, though.
Well, that's pretty much the end of the season for Pigskin Mayhem. We're just gonna call it a draw for everyone that played this season, and everyone gets their money back. And the Rickman could just be sent to one of the commissioners' houses, and it's just been a rough year for everyone. So we're just gonna call it quits. So
We can't have an objective outcome. Let's call it
No.
12 day, boys.
we'll just call it quits. Yeah. So thanks
Well,
for. Thanks
you know
for-
what? Tell you what. There might be some people might be upset by that, but let's just. The most democratic way to do this is to put it to a vote. So everybody in this call
Everyone
should
that's on
vote
this, okay,
on
yeah.
whether or not we should do it.
yeah,
Majority
I'll-
rules.
No politics.
Motion passed.
If we were
Court's
to
adjourned.
continue the season, which we're not, here's how the playoffs look right now. So, Sean and Steven,
Allow them to proceed online, but they will not go any further.
yeah, this is all for what if is going on. So, Kiefer's out, Terry's out. Me and Timmy are the most recent ones to have gotten beat and will no longer be on the road to the Rickman. Only 2 remain. It's Sean and Steven. They will be playing this week. Yep. So this game's rigged. That's why we're quitting. So, but good job, everybody. Good job.
That's all lasted.
Sean's
Yeah.
Because we went on Flea Flicker, apparently.
Kiefer and Terry. Kiefer and Terry
great idea,
played
Kiefer.
this week. It is a great idea. We should go back to Flea Flicker. Freaking, that's the best platform, hands down. Hands down. Kiefer and Terry played for 5th place this week. Terry won that matchup. So Terry will be having 8th pick, and Kiefer will have 7th pick, unless whoever comes in 7th wants to
Suck it,
take
Terry.
one of those picks. Yeah. You really messed up
Got him good.
beating Kiefer,
Really sent it
Terry.
home.
Way to go. All right, so the consolation bracket, if there was still one, has Justin and Tom left, and they're playing for draft pick choice this week. So Justin and Tom, whoever wins out of your matchup, will have draft pick choice. Joe and Derek were the ones that got knocked off, so they'll be playing for 9th and 10th place. And then Pete and Angel concluded their matchup this week, and Angel destroyed Pete because Pete benched his running backs. He didn't want to win. He took a dive. We all know it. That's what happened. So
It's not
Pete,
true at all.
no,
It was my one chance to use Pollard, and I didn't.
and
need
of
to.
course he went off this week.
Yep.
So Pete,
For more points than Zeke has ever.
yeah, Pete will have 1st pick, and Angel will have 2nd pick, barring, whatever pick Justin or Tom wants to take. So the consolation bracket prize is draft pick choice, so they'll get to choose their draft pick, and it'll just slide everyone whichever direction. So yeah, so your season's over, Pete. Good job, bud. You made it to the end.
Guys. It's hockey season.
You will be, yeah. So football's over, as everyone can see in the Bobcat Lounge. It's now hockey season. We're not talking about football anymore, and that's why the season's also over. It's hockey season now, so moving on. But yeah, that's all I got for that.
When do you want to do the gift exchange, and then, or do you want to move on to? Do you want to do that towards the later, or do you want to move on segments?
I'll just knock out these last week stuff, and then when we get to this week stuff, we could do that.
Sounds good.
So, biggest blowout this week.
Brought to you by XLab.
So it was Justin beating Joe by 37 points and some odd change. So good job, Joe. You've been on the receiving end of another blowout. You thought it was going to be you.
God, yeah.
It should have been. You only scored like 50 points.
Yeah, that sounds like one of your weeks.
Hey man. I mean, Hey man.
Sometimes you're hot. Sometimes
you're the cellar dweller for the next year, Pete. So I'm just saying, watch your mouth.
I'm excited. That means low expectations.
It's true.
You get the most improved award next year. It's always the best one.
I also got the Golden Darnold. So.
Kiefer, you weren't here last week, but Pete won the Golden Darnold Award, which is not something you want to win. So that's what his award was this year. Yeah. So congratulations, Pete, again on the Golden Darnold.
Sean spray painted a bobblehead Sam Darnold that he got from a Jets game. And it's gold, and it's for whoever rotated the most quarterbacks this year. So I streamed the most quarterbacks.
Nobody wanted that, but you got it. Congratulations. You know who else was upset this week? Me! I was upset because Sean beat me and I'm out of the playoffs. He should change his name to asshole. I don't know. Sean.
Jerk face.
Big old poopy head. What's that word what's chicks with dick, Kiefer?
Did you use a...
Futa.
Futa. That's your new name, Sean. Futa.
Just making an Among Us animation. It's so great.
Oh yeah, that's another thing. How are we not all playing Among Us? Like we need to figure something out and start playing Among Us.
That's what we're gonna do in the off season.
Together.
Okay, that's got to be a thing because I need to play that game. I have such a hankering to play that game.
Most bench points. Most bench points this week.
Hold on. Let's burn it. Let's burn it to you.
Hang on. It's already happening.
Let us roll through.
Terry with 56 points. Most bench points. His team really overperformed and beat Kiefer, which he might not have wanted to happen because now he's later in the draft. So there you go. What you got, Kiefer? What you're trying to say?
It's a long con. I already forgot.
I love
Kiefer's already forgot.
Did you let me go? Nope.
I'm calling a team.
Not real. Ain't coming back.
Oh my gosh. I just like blew through all that, Pete. I'm sorry. I think I wanted to just click and be done. I'm so over this. I'm just gonna like disappear and you just take over the podcast.
Where
I'm done.
To be right now.
I'm done.
To be in garbage time, or what do you want to be in?
Yeah. What kind of? Let's do garbage time.
You quit?
I feel like I thought I could make it. I'm just too upset about losing to Sean.
Do you want me to start with the Herbert stuff, or do you want me to start with the
All right. So you had to watch this one to believe it. Herbert walked off the Raiders with a quarterback sneak. The minute 32 remaining in overtime, one play after losing a fumble. The Chargers recovered it in the end zone, but due to the holy roller rule, which you could Google that later, Kiefer, the holy roller rule, it was not a score. So he snuck it in again and got me 6 points. I felt real good about that, and I wanted to brag about that happening. And when I defeated
I just want you
Sean,
to say holy roller rule 3 more times.
Holy roller rule. That's hard to say.
Faster.
Roller rule.
Do it faster. Say it faster.
You got the next one, Pete.
Dance funny, man.
I like this one. Mount Waller continued to erupt this week, bringing in his stat line for the past 3 weeks up to 29 for 425 yards and 3 tutties. It's nice. Marcus Mariota, that guy, he's back.
Yes, him. He's back.
Found his mountainous seam stretcher for gains of 35, 25, and 25. with the 35-yarder ending in the end zone.
Yeah.
Wow. Pretty big.
I think.
Did you write that script saying put emphasis here?
I did.
You really sounded into it, Pete.
Last
did.
week,
There's a lot of
I definitely called out
quotations.
Darren Waller saying, it's going to go. And then he just blew up.
Yeah,
But I
you
also
did.
called out David Montgomery saying David Montgomery was going to show up, and
Well,
that happened.
Man, after Thursday, I thought me and Timmy were going to be playing each other in the championship after that performance, but I was wrong. I'm going to keep complaining the entire podcast about this.
You were way wrong.
Want everyone to see my koozie. Can you read that? Or is that backwards?
No, it's not
Good morning
backwards.
to everyone.
Carol Baskin.
My favorite koozie. There's
It's
a
a good.
4-pack of these. There's one with Joe Exotic's face.
Oh,
I remember what the other two are.
I thought you meant you bought. I thought you meant you bought a 4-pack of just that koozie, and you just have 4 of them. It's like my favorite koozie. I got 4 of them.
This
For
is
these
my favorite
koozies.
koozie.
So
Bitch, Carol Baskin. Carol Baskin.
she did. She did it. We all knew.
Yeah.
Killed her husband. Whack.
Oh.
Can't
Now-
convince me that it didn't happen. You got to move on, or I'm going to keep going, Donnie. I can't stop.
Down 13-41 with less than 2 minutes left. Melvin Gordon punched in one in for his second tutty of the game, and then right after a kickoff, while killing the clock, Devin Singletary broke free for a 51-yard tutty, and that made people regret benching him this week, I believe. So that was some garbage time for sure. That was some garbage time.
Chris Conley was the recipient of some garbage time. Do you know who that is even? Nope. Nobody? He was the recipient
Chris
of some garbage
Conley.
time for some Minshew. With 1:44 left in the fourth, Minshew pulled up the garbage truck for a 13-yard pass to Chris Conley to bring them within 26 points.
14 to 40.
14 to 40.
Man.
Nice.
Well, new to garbage time, we have our first reported stripper garbage. What? Okay, I don't even know where this is going, but I'm excited to find out, Pete. So, Dwayne Haskins was spotted maskless partying with strippers after they lost to Seattle. Good for him. Good for Dwayne Haskins. Partying with strippers, maskless. Man,
In Seattle.
so dangerous.
Well, he forgot that Reed wasn't on his team, so
For you.
Is this for me to read? Okay.
If you want to,
The Dallas, no, I got you. The Dallas Cowboys beat the San Francisco 49ers 41-33. The final score does not show just how wild that conclusion was. Because, 2 minutes before that, it was like 28-25 or something. It was much closer.
Yeah, it was.
The 49ers cut the lead with the tutty, but were left to rely on an onside kick in the final minutes. CeeDee Lamb recovered the onside kick after it bounced and did his best A.J. Brown impression and took it to the house, making Donnie cry some more. And it's true. It's true. But the 49ers did get the ball back and went into hurry-up mode, at least to try to get one more score. And they had C.J. Beathard in because little man Mullins got hurt like right before that, hurt his shoulder or something.
Oh, sounds like a 49er
Yeah,
thing.
you know, pretty usual this season. So Beathard dropped
really?
back. Yeah,
You
Beathard
think?
dropped back, threw a Hail Mary. Kendrick Bourne went up and grabbed it and got the final score. Niners still lost, but it was exciting. And yeah,
But man, was it exciting.
man, it was. The last 2 minutes of that game like destroyed so many like bets in Vegas because that was just absurd. Those last few minutes, it was like 4 touchdowns in 3 minutes or something. It was really ridiculous.
That was definitely some CeeDee Lamb garbage, you know. That was definitely like that A.J. Brown random tutty. It just bounced off the ground, caught
Yeah.
it, and then ran it for 46
Yep.
yards.
It was pretty ridiculous. Wow, you can tell that I really put in an effort this week typing up all this stuff. There's like the most.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
your enthusiasm is just having me floored right now, Donnie.
Man, I don't know if you can see this. This is how well I prepped. It just says most bench points, Terry 56 points. Usually it's like a long drawn out thing. Usually it's a long drawn out thing, but this week not so much. So
It's
Yeah.
the end of the season.
So you
It's
don't
the end of the
improv
season.
world, what you're saying.
I don't even care. It's
Yeah.
hockey season. Go Preds! Hockey season.
It's Christmas time.
No, the Kraken is getting fucking released this year.
The
Buckle
Kraken.
up, boys. Oh, man, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Woo, we're watching one of them games.
Just one.
Can't wait for the Wild
Well-
to play the Kraken.
I already dropped the seed with the rest of my family and said, hey, if you guys need to get me some, I'm into Kraken shit this year. So I expect a truck decal,
It's-
probably a new flat bill, probably,
It's-
hell, probably even a jersey for a
it's
player
a-
I don't even know yet.
It's a cool name. I like the name the Kraken.
Dude,
I can
and the artwork, the
you know a few
everything?
other cool names. The Predators, that's a cool name.
Donnie.
The Lightning, that's a cool name. I can tell you some dumb
element,
names.
or it's
The
a
Stars,
weather effect.
that's a stupid name. The
Sean.
Coyotes, yeah.
Sean is
Sean?
a stupid name.
Sean's
well,
a
what
stupid
coyotes
name.
use, like human traffickers or little, angry dog things? You ever been toe to toe with a coyote, man? They ain't
The
screwing around.
Wild is a pretty
That'll
sweet
hurt.
So
name.
the Coyotes beat
Stars
the
is
Preds
a very
last year out of the
sweet
playoffs, so that's why I'm hating.
I'm more of a class. I was, I guess, up to this year. I was more of a classy man,
You ready
right?
for some Christmas?
My Penguins do
Yeah.
work every year.
Are we gonna open our
Let's
Christmas
open these
gifts?
presents.
It's a Christmas
Let's open our
special.
presents.
So me and Pete and Kiefer sent each other some Christmas gifts. We did a shirt exchange, so we're gonna open up some T-shirts. We have no idea what's in them. They're just packages.
Yay!
We've been saving them. Hopefully, it's no chicks with dicks, cause I want
No Fuda!
no Fuda, no Fuda. All right.
It's probably a
Uh,
Fuda shirt. God damn it.
I don't know who sent this. I'll just go first. I don't know. There's no name on it except my own, so I'll open it and then.
Do you guys have a similar package?
I don't know. Mine. I got an Amazon one too. Smile.
Woo! Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be worn on the next episode because it's my. It's for our finale. Our finale next week. Tuxedo T-shirt.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, that's
Ooh,
beautiful.
Look at that.
I didn't
Check
understand
my
the
bow
theme,
tie.
so
There wasn't really
You
a
realize
theme.
you just-
Kiefer, you want to open
I
one?
didn't realize this was a generic shirt exchange. Like, hey, I have this in the bottom of my drawer. I haven't worn in a while. Still looks pretty new. You bag that up and draw a smile on it.
I'm assuming Pete sent this since Kiefer's talking shit about it. I like it.
Yeah?
I
Set
like
on a
it.
theme for
Kiefer,
this
you
whole
should-
shirt exchange
You
thing.
should open your Amazon gift package.
All right, I open my Amazon
I hope
gift
it's
package.
a bikini T-shirt or something.
You know,
Is
I like
it
to picture Jesus wearing a tuxedo T-shirt because it says,
Is it-
I like to be formal.
Is it
but I
also
want a party.
is it also a tuxedo
It's
T-shirt?
also, you know, I'm not even upset because I secretly always wanted a tuxedo T-shirt.
Yeah, I'm excited about
We had a
this.
price minimum. You know how hard it was to
It
say
actually
in
is
that
something nice. I
price
kind of
was?
dig it. Look very classy. I mean, you can see my closet. So you see, I clearly don't dress this fancy on a regular basis.
Well, now you can put that up there with your suits. It's pretty
You
much a
guys had
suit.
matching tuxedo T-shirts. I figured that you guys both needed those.
I appreciate
You're not
that.
wrong.
I didn't have one.
Per se.
I didn't have one, so I'm excited. All right, Pete, what you got? Open whatever you'd like.
See, again, thought this was going to be a themed thing. We're all
I
going to see
can't-
theme.
I can't wait to open up this Amazon Prime
Like a
package.
theme thing. Because there's very few options on Amazon.
For $10, yeah.
Yeah, for $10. Wait, $10? What was the limit?
What is it? I drink and draft. Oh, that's why the theme. Fantasy football theme. Okay.
Because we're on a
Hey.
fantasy theme podcast.
Hey.
Like, the only reason we're friends is because we play football together.
That's the
no,
only reason.
No, like, we're real good, like friends.
If
But
you watch any of the episodes, you'd know that
the
the only
glue
reason
would be the
you're
MSN Messenger
you-
string.
parties.
What was that?
The only reason that you're in the league is for the draft parties, is what we've concluded.
Is that
That's the
is that
reason
so
you're
wrong?
No,
All right.
it's not wrong. You get a vacation out of
awesome?
it.
So
We don't just don't let Bethany watch this, so she doesn't get on to what's going
Never.
on.
never.
So these will be worn at the next draft party. I also
Oh.
got I drink and draft, and that's true.
Yeah, see, I told you.
and that
Limited
explains.
options.
No, this shirt
I
is
hope
so
that Kiefer and I
soft.
have matching shirts inside of our
We
boxes.
better have matching
You
shirts.
you don't. You don't. This shirt is very soft. I like it. Oh, there's some
Throw puzzle pieces.
there's some
Yeah,
goodies.
Fails?
Well, I
they
played.
like a
I put Kiefer's fab in his package, so that's what he has.
Is that
But
106?
that's what fab sounds like when you mail it to someone.
It's like maybe my dad has some scissors in here. I don't know.
Oh yeah, I taped it up pretty good. I probably
Okay.
you probably should have prepared for that. Look at that festive packaging and everything.
You did a good job.
I'm surprised it made it. Oh man.
Oh wow.
Good clean unboxing right there. Oh, these
It's
chocolate nugs.
That's a bag of
Did you-
coal.
You didn't get your.
Was yours addressed to K-pop?
Oh, it's coal. I thought. Never mind. Conversation for a different time.
Oh, I see.
You're supposed to keep PG, right?
do.
Am I Mardi Gras beads?
Yeah, that's for the show. For the show.
Do I take my? Like show you my?
Not well. Maybe after. Maybe in the. That's for the after show. The after show.
The after podcast?
What was your shirt, Kiefer?
I'm
Did we
working on
see
it.
it? Oh, okay.
Oh, I got some.
Oh, I like that. That's a cool. That's a nice shirt. See, themes. We need themes.
I didn't.
I got some coal.
Yeah. Well, you deserve that, Pete.
You're doing.
'cause
For,
You're in last.
well,
It has nothing to do with Christmas.
You're right. Merry Christmas.
if you want to do a Christmas film, we should go with Die Hard or. Go to the closest thrift shop. Oh,
That's
I got a Ross about half a mile down
That's-
the road.
You found a Sublime shirt?
bro. That's your Austin, Texas shirt. You'll fit right in Austin now. So there you go. You'll just
Sock
walk out.
highlight.
You'll walk out and look just like everyone else in Austin. So there you
I feel
go.
like this is what
Cool.
Justin wears these on a daily basis.
He wears a lot of fish. A lot of fish shirts.
Oh no, I lost my coal.
Oh. Well, Merry Christmas, fellas.
That's good cold.
I'm
Merry
excited.
Christmas,
I'm excited about both of these.
I'm excited for someone to say a magic word, and then I'm going to shake these bells and.
That sounds so good. Sounds so good. Well,
Oh, you said Tutty.
that was yeah. There you go. Every time we say Tutty. Hey,
We got a
so
buzzword.
so Kiefer had a good idea. Kiefer had a really good idea for next Christmas. That we should do a dirty Santa, or I mean not dirty Santa, a secret Santa. Secret dirty Santa.
like a dirty Sanchez.
Yeah, secret Santa for the entire league, so we could just like have, I don't know, like Tab or Melissa, I guess, randomly assign us all a person in the league, and then we mail each other a
If we had
Secret
somebody
Santa.
that's in charge of social.
yeah. Oh, Joe, you son of a bitch. Joe, will you just have a happy hour? Jesus. Yeah, we'll
Your job.
do a Secret Santa next year. That was a good idea, Kiefer. I like that idea. We didn't have time to
Let's do
plan it because Kiefer told us a week ago when we rushed to get these T-shirts in the mail, and they made it. They made it through USPS.
Success.
I can't believe it because nothing else. The hot sauces
Sure.
barely made it to Pete.
Yeah, the hot sauce finally made it 2
Yeah.
days ago. It was mailed over 2 weeks
Don't
ago.
I don't know if I'd eat that hot sauce. It might have been out in the elements for too long without being
I think I got good
refrigerated.
shelf life.
so-
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it's
That's
vinegar based.
yeah, it'll be.
I got the
fine.
vinegar specialist in the other room. I can go talk to him. My dad's
Well-
in that trade.
So, what did Krampus bring the NFL this week?
You're gonna find out.
Krampus.
Krampus showed up this week. Not Krampus related, but Derek Carr hurt his groin. Marcus Mariota came back and helped the Mount Walrus. Welcome back, Mariota. I'm sure our Tennessee Titans people were excited to see him.
Yeah, it was good seeing
Yeah.
Mariota back
You
out
know
on the
those people
field.
here?
I mean, I'm like,
He's-
I'm in Nashville, so I root for the Titans.
Oh, that's
So,
weird.
yeah.
Because I was in Seattle and I worked for the Seahawks.
I mean, I'm a Niners
weird.
fan. I'm a Niners fan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
yeah,
I-
Have you ever
yeah,
lived in
no.
San Francisco?
I'll
Yeah,
root
no.
for.
Yeah.
There was no
yeah.
team when
Yeah.
I grew up. There was no team in Nashville.
Oh, yeah.
There was no team.
Yeah,
The
no,
Oilers, the
the
Oilers didn't
Oilers?
come over. The Oilers didn't come over until I was already a teenager, and I was already
you're
a
way too
fan.
hip for that.
I was already
Yeah,
a
wait.
fan of the Niners.
Way too far past the times.
Looking
hipsters
at my
and began.
PBR and wearing my fedora.
Yeah.
Before
I
they
don't
got-
like
before
this.
they got
I don't like
approved.
these
Your mom
Seahawks
gave you
fans teaming up against me. Moving
Your
on.
mom bought you your first sack beanie to tuck all your long hair into.
Stephon
Oh.
Diggs hurt his foot playing footy ball. He is day to day.
Playing footy ball. Antonio Gibson parade crasher James Robinson had a say it with me. Say it with me, Pigskin Mayhem. A high ankle sprain.
Ankle sprain.
High ankle
Ankle
sprain.
sprain.
He'll likely be out the rest of the season, but Terry's season is over, so it doesn't affect us at all. Hopefully rest up for you next season, Terry. Unless you don't keep him. Unless you don't keep him. You might not want to. He's not that good, so.
Donnie's #1 draft pick and trade bait for our resident Chiefs fan.
Trade.
Suffered a hip injury. And say it with me, Pigskin Mayhem. A
high
ankle sprain.
He should be out for a few weeks.
not really
and
in
will
sync
likely
yet.
be back
Not yet.
for the NFL
We'll
playoffs.
get it.
Krampus showed up to give out high ankle sprains in case anyone was wondering the
Krampus.
reference.
Back at it again.
Krampus.
I don't like your tone about saying I trade baited with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. At the time, it was a decent trade
Is it-
for both of us. And then
is it
Nick Chubb got
false?
injured immediately. And
Did
so
you use the fact that he likes the Chiefs in that trade at all? Like, did that influence your decision to try and trade to him?
no, I wanted Nick Chubb. It had nothing to do with it. You know I'm a chubby fan. I like a good Chubb.
This has been the worst episode.
Kiefer knows what I'm talking about. He plays those video games. The Arizona,
I like Cubby.
Yeah. the 49ers suffered some more injuries this week. I skipped that because it's not true. They suffered some more injuries this week. Jeff, my name is Jeff. Oh my God, my name is Jeff. Jeff Wilson and Colonel Mostert suffering. Say it with me, kids. High ankle
sprain. Yep.
Yep, and Jeff Wilson also had suffered a hammy. He suffered a hammy sprain.
Oh,
Hammy.
no.
So
believe there
go
were some other-
go pick up your Tevin Coleman's. Steven, get him. Use all your fab. Use $2. Don't let Sean get him.
I think I still have him. I still have Tevin Coleman.
Never mind. He's not on the waiver. If you don't have him, get him. I bet Tom goes and just picks up every player he can with fab, just so Sean can't have any because he still says that Sean screwed him out of
Kiefer
his.
should do that with Chris Thompson.
Kiefer, if you go
I
bid,
don't know how to use fab. You're
someone
handing me funny money and telling me to go to the corner store and buy a pack of cigarettes. Okay?
someone teach
I
this
don't know
man
how to use it.
how to use fab. Poor guy.
Uh,
You should have sent him a taco T-shirt. He needs a taco shirt from the Taco Shack.
Well, apparently I've got 106. What do they call it? Fabs. Fabs.
Fab dollars. Yeah, Fab dollars.
Fab dollars.
FAAB.
What's the going rate for all
Running
my
back
running
about
backs?
47.
About 5 fabs. The only good ones got.
Donnie spent 54, I think, on to Ernest Johnson.
Let's not talk about Ernest Johnson ever again. We've already taken that
Was that, I
subject.
mean, like, was that a gamble trade? Like, I'm not really like.
We'll explain it to you later again,
What,
Kiefer.
also, you said we get 100. Where did I get the 6 from?
I'll get the dry erase board.
You won.
You won
a
it
week challenge
in
Yeah.
rivalry week. Good job.
Was it the one I guessed where I said that I would win and Pete would win, and then you got kind of sad because I didn't say you would win?
No,
that's
you
not
lost that, but
Oh.
you lost that pick. Also.
Okay, so not that.
You should never pick Pete over me in rivalry week. It's been proven
Yeah,
time and time
Krampus
again.
showed up for some more
You
stuff.
can tell those numbers got really wonky that week. Man, all of a sudden, that was like the first time COVID came up as a status for a player. Convenient, Donnie.
It was an exciting season.
Hey, man, I'll be glad for next season for sure. So yeah, high ankle sprains for Cam Akers, Traquan Smith, and DJ Dallas. More high ankle sprains. Krampus. All right, guys, we got games. We got games this week: Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So, for those playing, be prepared. Go out, pick up some players. Steven and Sean, you're playing for the big money. Tom and Justin are playing for that draft pick choice. So me and Timmy are playing for $36 for third place. I'm going to get that $36, Timmy. You're going down. You need that money. I need that money. All right. Well, there's no league moves this week yet. It's Tuesday. It's an early episode of Podcast Mayhem, so there's no fab moves, Kiefer, so don't worry about it. There's no fab moves
We
yet.
know how to do it anyway.
Go place some fab bids.
Kiefer,
Right after we get off of this podcast.
get onto your
That'd be
phone.
a fantastic idea if I knew how to do it.
We're gonna walk you through this after the show, Kiefer. Don't worry. I'm gonna
shoot pizza after the show. I'm high AF.
Oh, good.
Some pretty good stuff.
Well, then don't look at these
It's legal,
pictures.
It's legal where he is, folks.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So don't look at these pictures. Here's Sean's pick of the weeks. Best pickup of the week. Sean. That was the opening credits there. All right, so every week Sean picks the best pickups from the previous week based on how they scored. So this week, highest scoring player was Benny Snell. The Steelers sucked this week, but Benny Snell somehow still scored 16.7 points, and that was on Sean's team.
So you would have regretted not playing T. Higgins or AJ Brown, or not AJ Brown, or Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown. It's okay. All the little baby watermelon people are saying Sean is their dad, and the orange is really really rooting for him. So good job, Sean, I guess.
They really like him, I guess.
They really like Sean.
There's a lot of watermelon people.
Yeah, there's so many watermelon people. It's creepy. They're like little zombies. There's not gonna be a watermelon next week. It's just gonna be like a husk of an orange person. Just a husk of an orange. And bloody watermelon babies everywhere. Kiefer is like, what the hell are you talking about?
What's going on?
No idea, but I'm
here for it. Okay.
Ground control to Major Tom at this point.
Sean's
really just tethered to the space station.
Sean
hoping it don't float off.
Found the low score this week, and it was also Sean with Peyton Barber, who only had 5 yards in the entire game.
What?
But got a touchdown somehow. So freaking awesome,
Nicely
Peyton
done.
Barber. Well done, you.
How does a man with that little contact to humanity have that kind of time?
That really Antonio Gibson's.
The potato is taking up drinking at this point now because he is so upset.
No.
Like if they
by
found,
these least points.
I can imagine like wilderness explorers stumbling across some weird bar in the middle of the forest. It's like the table's made out of like bent over branches and shit. It's just like this huge, ridiculous, Vaughn's House of 1,000 Spirits bar in the back. There's this Sasquatchy fucking ginger running around.
What are you talking about?
That's Sean?
Oh, Sean in the woods.
He's not really ginger.
All right.
He's blonde. I don't fucking remember.
So I'm kind of upset with Sean a little bit because he didn't do any honorable mentions, and I picked up so many people that went off this week, and he didn't even do an honorable mention. How rude!
He did that on purpose.
He did that on purpose.
Why are you so upset? I don't even get mentioned.
Most bench points this week was Steven with Russell Gage, 12.8 points. And he's the little plum person saying, go for second place in 2020, Steven. Second place.
Because they're playing each other.
Yeah. So Sean is clearly one-sided on these graphics.
I guess so.
So
they're both sad.
Yeah, they're both sad. Which brings us to our matchups this week. Well, let's talk about last week again. So
You've gone over all those already.
That's true. I've already gone over who won last week. If we were to continue the season, this is how the matchups would look this week. So Derek and Joe would be playing first for, I don't even know what position are they playing for. 9th and 10th place. So they're playing for third and fourth.
Doesn't even matter.
Draft pick. No. 3rd and 4th draft pick right there, basically. So we'll see who gets those. Next up, we got Justin and Tom. They're playing for the draft pick of their choice because they'll be playing for 7th place, which is the consolation bracket winner. So good luck to you two.
I got Justin.
Yeah. I'm going to say
Doesn't
Tom
go
on
in
this
this one.
one. I think Tom will
Huh.
take it. Who do you think will win, Kiefer, Tom or Justin?
Listen,
Justin?
Good pick.
All
I don't know.
right.
I'm just going against Tom. We haven't fought about anything in years. I need to find something to ruffle his feathers over.
I'm
Sounds like a good
100%
one.
sure Tom will not watch this and know about this, but I'm glad that you said it anyway.
It's
Next up, playing for third place, Donnie and Timmy for $36 glorious dollars. Ka-ching, ka-ching, I guess. I don't know. And this graphic, we're both wearing
Or
sunglasses
did you pick yourself?
because we're both crying. That's what's happening
Did
right
you pick yourself?
now. Yeah, I picked myself.
How could you? How could you?
I want my $36. I choose myself.
I got
What?
Timmy.
Timmy, come on! It's the last pick. The last pick of the year.
Remember when
Donnie,
we all
don't-
picked last time we
Donnie-
all picked Donnie, Sean won.
Donnie. Hey, I got you, boo. I'm picking Timmy too. So.
I kind of figured that was coming when you sounded so happy about it. You son of.
I got Timmy by a tutty.
Tutty Bells. Tutty Bells. All right, and then your championship match, Steven versus Sean, the two palest people in the division in the league. They're the whitest people we know. Steven and Sean.
There's too much good stuff going on for him right now. I don't want him winning.
Man, this was a tough one, but I think Steven's going to take the cake because of his matchups. That's what I think's going to happen. So, yeah.
Yeah, I got Steven.
What about you, Kiefer? Steven or Sean?
If you pick
Fine,
Steven,
then I got
Sean's
Sean.
gonna win. Oh no. Okay, good.
Nope. I'm
Thank
putting my money
God.
on Sean. I'm the underdog, man. Going with Sean.
Well,
I mean, we all picked Donnie last time, and Sean won. So
A
if
man
you
with,
all
a
pick
man with
Steven,
that
then
kind of
And
genius that
it
comes
was
up
like-
with fancy sauce. You put your money on the fancy sauce.
he talked
it-
about fancy sauce in the last episode.
he did. Yeah, he was our guest last week, so you'll have to go
He
back.
described
Saying,
what makes it.
A
what
man
makes
with
it
that kind of
fancy.
genius? Nah, you don't mess with that. You don't vote against that.
Well, that's what would have happened if the season was still going. So good luck to you guys in in the what ifs that is happening. So, yep. Tom, just wrap that trophy and send it to Pete. He can keep it for a year since he hasn't seen it in person in his house.
Thanks.
So
I have
Yeah.
seen it in person before it got modified.
that's true. Not before it was modified. Before it was destroyed by
That's right.
the airport, and we had to make a new Rickman Memorial Cup. So, yeah, it's been through
I
some
didn't go
shit.
to the antique store with you guys, but I went. But I saw it after the antique store.
It's true. The antiques. That thing is sturdy, man. The new trophy is sturdy. It's sturdy. It's not going anywhere. Although Tom did drop it on the tile and it cracked one of the handles, but other than that, it's pretty sturdy. Pretty sturdy.
He's handling it well, I see.
This was a long time ago. It's fine now. It's lasted since then. I've eaten a lot of cheese out of it. It should be okay. A lot of cheese. A lot of cheese.
Best
Well,
ball.
best ball mayhem update. Terry is still in first. Big surprise. He's over 200 points ahead. There's 2 weeks left in the best ball league. There's no way Justin's going to catch him unless every player that Terry has gets injured or something crazy
Just
happens.
dies.
I am
No
calling
defense.
it. I'm calling the race early. Terry is the winner. I'm calling it. We've called this race early.
We've been calling it like for 4 weeks.
The Donut Lord Trophy will be Terry's, and I'll write him a little note about how proud I am that he drafted a team and did nothing else, and then he won something. So good job, Terry. Good job. Great work.
In case you're wondering, I have good signal strength. You can see the router right behind me.
Ooh. Look at all them antennae.
And another golden pickle.
Oh, man. 2 golden pickles in the world. How about that? How about that? Well, that pretty much concludes everything I got for Podcast Mayhem. You got any last minute words of taco sauce packets of wisdom there, Pete?
No hot sauce packets of wisdom today. I guess everyone, good luck. Happy holidays.
Merry Christmas, fellas! Like, thanks for these T-shirts. Oh man.
Yeah,
thank
Merry
you for the
Christmas,
t-shirts.
boys.
I can't wait to see you guys wearing your tuxedo t-shirts.
I'm gonna
together.
wear mine next
Oh,
week
yeah.
on the finale of Podcast Mayhem for 2020. I'm gonna
I'll
be
tune into
wearing my
that one.
tuxedo
I'm on
T-shirt.
We know that we can get them within a few days.
Also, looking forward to next year's draft when I talk to you fellas again. So,
Hey,
Where are we doing it?
I think probably in Nashville next year. So, and then we'll
ooh, that'd be fun.
just try to get the most people to show up, and then maybe we'll bounce back to Terry or Pete's place. I'd like to go to Washington at some point. We'll see what happens. So, I don't know. Probably in
I'd get some
Nashville.
tents for the backyard.
Probably in Nashville this year.
I'd like
just
Angel to get established, so then we can go to Colorado.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't been to Colorado in a while.
Well,
Terry's was a fun time too. We had a blast at Terry's.
yeah, Terry's.
Well, we had a
was
blast
fun.
at Pete's too.
Yeah,
But there was a river that we could float down at Terry.
Margarita slip and slide.
Pete, you brought the river, but you didn't bring the floaties that we would like go down the river in. So Terry got a one up on that account there. So just saying, that's
It's
kind of like
true.
the high end criteria.
But I don't think we'll eat better brisket anywhere than at Pete's
God.
place.
You won't
I
get
still,
meat
I
sweats
still
anymore.
dream about that. I still like I wake up mouth watering and real sweaty.
I'm
Like,
I'm still
I can't control myself.
craving it right now as we speak.
Yeah. For people that have never had brisket, that's like a waking up experience.
I hated
Like,
brisket. I
I've always
hated
heard
brisket
of
before I
brisket.
came here.
Yeah. What
I
is
hated
this?
it.
And not even just every piece of meat in those three
Dude,
packages was
the
just
The turkey was like
so good.
It was
I've never had turkey
choice.
We talked about this
choice.
at dinner table today with my family. We were like, there was three of us, and we ate 7-8 pounds of
Yeah,
meat.
we ate a lot of
in
meat.
a matter of
That's why
in a matter of
I
Kiefer
want
was.
more.
2
That's
days,
why
2
Kiefer was
days.
sleeping. He was sleeping the whole time because he was just full of meat the whole time.
Because I was just look at the meat sweats. I just get tired. All I want to do is take me a nap.
Take a little
He
nap.
landed in Austin. It was 115 degrees, and then he had the meat sweats as well.
Yeah, rough. Especially because he never went away. So we're sitting there at night, hanging out in the back porch. And I'm just, wow.
You missed.
I mean,
you missed the.
To be fair though, I took my nap at Terry's too.
That's
Like,
true.
Every draft party, I got to have a mid draft party nap.
Well,
So your shirt would say, "I nap in draft,"
I nap
yeah.
and draft.
or
Yeah,
"I drink, snapped, and draft."
drink, nap, and draft.
It's worked out well so far.
Drink, meat, snap, and draft. All right.
Sounds
Oh.
good.
Thanks for coming on, Kiefer. Appreciate it. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on.
Merry
Boys,
Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
Happy
Podcast
holidays.
Mayhem, episode
Well tuned
17.
in.
Have a good night.